Coming up tonight on Middle Tennessee News. Murfreesboro police need your help in an identity theft case, and Lebanon police have recovered a stolen vehicle.
An MTSU administrator is set to receive a huge honor, and MTSU filmmakers are bringing awareness to an important Brazilian cause. All of those stories plus your local weather and sports. Middle Tennessee News starts right now.
Good afternoon, I'm Sarah Ottman.
And I'm Dylan Simmons. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News. The Murfreesboro Police Department needs help with a recent case of identity theft. A Georgia woman noticed that $10,000 disappeared from her bank back in January. The unwarranted activity came from Truist Bank on East Main Street in Murfreesboro. The victim soon filed a theft and identity theft report with the MPD. Police found out that the bank's security footage caught an unidentified woman in the act. She claimed to be in town for a funeral and was going to use the money to purchase a casket for a family member. If you have any information regarding this woman, contact Detective Jessica Rice with the MPD.
The Lebanon Police Department recovered a stolen vehicle over the weekend. Units located a dark gray Ford Escape off of South Hartman Drive. SafeNet, Lebanon's own license plate reading system, identified the vehicle as stolen. They were able to trace it back to Metro Nashville, where police believed it was stolen from. Contact was made with the female driver and culprit, Lisa Russell. Russell is a Nashville native and was taken into custody. She is facing local charges that have yet to be disclosed, as well as an unnamed passenger in the vehicle. More updates will come as this case develops.
New information has surfaced about the fatal Snell Road fire. Rutherford County Fire Marshal Josh Sanders has ruled the Snell Road fire accidental. On Thursday, February 9th, firefighters responded to a house fire in a small 13-home community. The fire claimed 69-year-old Opie Ship and his 3 pets. Fire Marshal Sanders reported that emergency crews were on the scene within 3 minutes, but the house was already covered in flames. The community sends a special thanks to all of the emergency crews that responded.
The people of Tullahoma enjoyed a blast from the past this weekend. The South Jackson Civic Center held an Ultimate Oldies rock and roll concert this past Saturday, February 18th. Ultimate Oldies is a group that tours all over the Southeast. The show includes all of the best rock and roll performances from the 70s and 80s. This show was held as a part of their Performing Arts series. This particular event has been held 3 times before in previous years. The Civic Center was packed out with people, and they are definitely looking forward to coming back in the future.
Yes, we'd love to come back to the South Jackson Civic Center and do another show here. They've been great. Great host, great sound, great audience. The audience was amazing. We really enjoyed it.
The Murfreesboro Police Department will start wearing body cameras by the end of February. Murfreesboro Police have or will be issued a body cam by the end of the month. The Office of Professional Responsibility will manage the footage, which is kept on camera for 396 days. The footage can then be re-tagged and kept indefinitely. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office is in the process of following suit by obtaining the funds to buy cameras as well.
One of Middle Tennessee State's own is set to receive a major regional award. Amy Aldridge Stanford is a vice provost for academic programs in the provost's office and a professor of communication studies. She is set to receive the Jack Kay Award for Community Engagement and Applied Communication Scholarship. The award recognizes scholars in the communication field who have achieved notable records of success in applying their work to confront issues that we face today.
In Tullahoma, the Hands-On Science Center is having an engineering event for the month of February. This is an event where kids and adults can enjoy engineering activities while learning and competing with each other. Austin Sisko, the Director of Facilities and Development, explained what will be going on throughout the day. In addition, this is also to get the people to spend time with each other and enjoy a relaxing day with fun science. Overall, the goal is to get all kinds of people to come by and help build support within the community.
It's Engineers Week, so on Sunday we're having an egg drop competition on top of the exhibit opening. We also have games and activities going on that day. We need your help building it.
A senior at Tullahoma High School won the Silver Key Award from the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards this year. Marissa Drummond was notified that she is the recipient of the Silver Key Award this year. Drummond's honor originates from a poem she wrote called Die Twice. According to Drummond, she submitted some of her artwork and some additional writing samples. She never expected to win an award, but was extremely honored knowing that her words impacted the judges. The Association for Young Artists and Writers presents the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards.
Brazilian filmmakers are paying a visit to MTSU to share their work and message. MTSU video and film production professors and students partnered with Brazilian filmmakers to create a documentary that aims to bring awareness to the wreckage of the Amazon rainforest. Tonight, a screening of the film, followed by a discussion with the creators, will take place at MTSU. As part of the Distinguished Lecture Series, the free event will be at 6:30 p.m. in the College of Media and Entertainment. MTSU students took part in creating this film through a study abroad opportunity overseen by Professor Paul Chilson.
And now Carly Sutton joins us with our first look at weather. Carly, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Sarah. And we had a pretty gloomy President's Day today all across our counties. It's been pretty overcasted today, and we haven't seen much of the sun at all. Mount Juliet is our warmest today with a high of 64 degrees, but there is a rain to be expected. Murfreesboro was also expecting some rain today, but we haven't seen much as it's been pretty dry, but we do have a high of 63. Shelbyville has cloudy skies with a high of 62, and Woodbury is similar with a high of 61. Manchester has a high of 60, and Smithville and McMinnville both have highs of 59. And that's all I have for you right now. Sarah, back to you.
Thanks, Carly. And still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, 2 firefighters are being honored for their selfless actions. And Izzy Gutierrez joins us with the latest for MTN Lifestyle and Entertainment. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News. Stick around.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The number of entertainment artists and creators in Murfreesboro is only growing. This semester, our MTN reporter Izzy Gutierrez will be introducing us to the future of showbiz with MTN Lifestyle and Entertainment. Let's see who she has featured this week.
Hello everyone, my name is Izzy and welcome back to MTN Lifestyle and Entertainment. This week I got to catch up with an MTSU student and local filmmaker, Marco Hernandez. Take a look.
Quiet on set. Camera.
Rolling.
Audio.
Speed.
Slate.
Scene 6, take 2, Mark. My concern is I don't know if it's going to get blown out.
We're shooting a movie where a broom collector lives in this house, and you think she's going to be like crazy and like not have her life put together, but then you enter this place and it's like so beautiful. Hey, my name is Marco and I study film at MTSU. I am a first AC, which stands for first like assistant camera. I'm in charge of all the lens changes. I just kind of like facilitate things for the camera operator and the director. When we're shooting, I am in charge of like following focus, so I have to make sure that the whatever we want in focus stays in focus.
Action! Wow. So refined.
The things that are the most complicated when it comes to film, I think it's like having imposter syndrome. You're always gonna have those people that like know more than you. You're never gonna be the best one in the room. For the short film that I made last semester, I went back to Nashville like 4 times, and luckily the actress was fine going with me. And it was like the best thing ever because that's the first time people actually were like giving me compliments and acknowledging my work and telling me that it was good or unique and whatnot. I think the main goal is to write and work on sets and eventually grow to a position where I can make my own films and, you know, be a director.
Thank you so much, Marco, for catching up with me this week. Make sure to check out his short film, The Woman Destroyed, and stay tuned for more films in the future. See you next week.
Thank you, Izzy, for this week's segment on lifestyle and entertainment. Make sure to check out next Monday's broadcast to see who she's interviewing next.
2 selfless firefighters were recognized for their heroic acts. Daniel Carter and Josh Walker were both recognized with STARS Awards on Thursday, February 16th, for their acts in responding to a crash in Cannon County. Carter and Walker were conducting EMT clinicals on the victim the day of the crash. STARS stands for Succeeding Through Attitudes, Reflecting Service, Excellence, and these men have definitely exemplified that standard.
Motivational speaker Tamika Ellington is coming to MTSU's College of Education. Tomorrow, February 21st, Ellington will be on campus to speak about the importance of making connections with students. This day will be open to faculty, staff, and the public, and on Wednesday, the 22nd, she will have a lecture event for students. Both events will be in the College of Education, Tuesday in room 160 from 6:30 to 8 p.m., and Wednesday in room 164 from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
A benefit party was held for a Marine over the weekend with the help of Single Tree Barbecue and Heroes Den. On Saturday, veterans and friends gathered at the local restaurant to raise money for the Marine Corporal Tyler J. He was diagnosed with thyroid cancer and ended up having to have half of his throat removed. Other veterans were invited to sing on stage for the entertainment of all the guests. All of the money made at this event from the food and donations went to Corporal J to help pay for his medical bills.
Veterans stick together, man. We try to do what we can to help each other out. If somebody's in need, then we're going to pull together and do what we can to help them get where they need to be.
And now we have Carly Sutton back with us for tonight's forecast. Carly, what do we have to look forward to tonight?
Well, Sarah, no matter where you go across the mid-state tonight, it's going to feel pretty similar. So in Manchester, McMinnville, and Shelbyville, we'll all have lows of 53. And 4 of our cities, Murfreesboro, Smithville, Mount Juliet, and Woodbury, will have a low of 52. And residents of Murfreesboro, Mount Juliet, McMinnville, and Smithville can all expect high chances of rain. Humidity levels have spiked from last week as well due to all this rain, and Smithville is the most humid county at 78%. Everyone else seems to be staying in the low 70s to mid 60s. After the break, I will have your full 5-day forecast for Murfreesboro, but now let's send it back to Sarah.
Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, Carly Sutton will join us again for our 5-day forecast for this week, and Ryan Martinelich is in the MTN Sports Den with everything Blue Raider athletics.
was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No, no.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News, and now we'll toss it over to Carly, who has our full weather report. Carly?
Welcome back, everyone. Let's go ahead and get into the 5-day forecast. We started our week this week pretty gloomy with no sun in sight on Monday today. There was a high of 63 today and around a low of 52, so at least things won't be getting too chilly as we head into the evening, but be sure to expect some rain later on. Moving into Tuesday, things will get a little bit warmer around Murfreesboro. We'll have a high of 66 and a low of 59, but the clouds from today will be sticking around with a little bit of rain. Thankfully, there's only a 15% chance of rain that day, though. Wednesday will only get a little bit warmer. We have a high of 73 and a low of 67. The clouds are starting to let up a little bit on Wednesday, but they still are expected to stick around. No rain will hit us during the day, but once night falls, the chance of rain will reach around 65%. On Thursday, we will have a big temperature shock as the day goes on. Our high is expected to be around a warm 82 degrees, and our low will drop all the way down to 45. Partly cloudy skies are still a trend this late into the week. We may get a break from the rain here, but our daily chance is around 24. And finally, closing out our forecast, on Friday, we will have a high of 56 and a low of 49. Those high temperatures disappeared quick, but it will still be a cloudy day. We can also expect night rain, and as there is an 84% chance of it. And that's all I have for now, so come back on Wednesday for our midweek forecast. Sarah, back to you.
Thanks, Carly. And when we come back, Ryan Martinelich is over in the MTN Sports Den. He will have the latest from men's tennis and the rest of your sports report after the break.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back. We're going to kick things off here in the Sports Den with tennis, as both Blue Raider teams wrapped up their weekends on a winning note. After the men dropped a heartbreaker to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State 4-3 on Friday, the Raiders took care of business with their doubleheader against the SMU Mustangs and the Austin Peay Governors. After securing the doubles point in both Sunday matches, the Raiders never looked back as Stein Slump and Oscar Brostrom Poulsen won their matches in straight sets in both games. And freshman Andre Horak kept his winning ways intact as he now won 11 matches in a row with a win against Ania Schaub of Austin Peay. The Raiders are now 10-3 on the season and have their eyes set on the Blue Grade tournament in Alabama as they look to defend their title from last year next week. Keeping it in the realm of tennis, the women's tennis squad maintained their winning ways as well, following strong showings against Murray State and Lipscomb. The Raiders beat the Racers on Friday 6-1 with great showings from senior love star Alexis and Noelle Morrow, who won her match in straight sets and not gave up a single game in the process, moving their win streak at the Adams Tennis Complex up to 6 games. They followed that performance up with a road trip to Nashville, where MTSU was able to escape with a 4-3 victory over the Bison. After racing out to a 3-point lead thanks to victories for Muskan Gupta and Noelle Morrow, Lipscomb to 2 points with wins over love star Alexis and Camilla Barragan. But Sana Garakani in the end secured the Blue Raider victory following her comeback win in 3 sets. Like the men, the women will be on the road for the next month, with Butler being their first stop on Friday. Staying in the realm of women's athletics, the Lady Raider basketball team is inching closer to securing a Conference USA regular season title. Down in the Sunshine State for their road trip, MTSU followed up a win against Florida Atlantic with another, handily defeating Florida International 85-46. The Lady Raiders' defense was stifling, holding the Panthers to only 20 first-half points, forcing 19 turnovers, and only allowed 1 made 3 for the entire game. Jalen Gregory led the Lady Raiders in scoring with 20 points to go with 4 steals, and Courtney Blakely came off the bench for MTSU and rattled off 16 points of her own. With a 3.5-game lead over the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, the Lady Raiders need 1 more win to clinch their second CUSA regular season title and secure that 1 seed in the upcoming conference tournament. The men's basketball team also has some conference postseason implications as well, my apologies, with their defense at the Murphy Center over the weekend. Following an impressive performance against a ranked Florida Atlantic Owls team was going to be tough, but MTSU did just that, coming back from what was an early 24-point deficit to beat Florida International 69-58. After tying it at 58 following free throws, the Blue Raiders held the Panthers scoreless in the final 4 minutes to come out on top. The free throw was the difference, as the Blue Raiders went 21 for 26 at the line, with Cameron Western scoring half of his 14 points from the charity stripe. Eli Lawrence and DeAndre Dishman combined for 20 points and 13 rebounds in the winning effort as well. The Blue Raiders are currently sitting in 4th place in the Conference USA standings, which is where you want to be come conference tournament time, as it will guarantee a first-round bye. And now as we move to greener grass, the Lady Raiders golf team returned from their trip to Georgia with some individual hardware.
Senior Taylor Edlund finished second overall for the Reynolds Lake Oconee tournament over the weekend, shooting 1 under in the final round, finishing 2 over for the entire 3-day event. The team finished 8th overall, with Georgia Southern winning the entire event by 3 strokes over Delaware. This is Edlund's best result of her collegiate career, and will be looking for similar results when the Lady Raiders take flight to Hawaii for their next tournament in a couple of weeks. And moving on to the baseball diamond, the Blue Raiders' season opening trip down to Myrtle Beach didn't quite go as planned. Playing in the Baseball at the Beach event hosted by Coastal Carolina, MTSU got off to a great start of the season with a victory over VCU on Friday. That success was short-lived as they dropped their next 2 games to the hosting Chanticleers and then the Fairfield Stags the next day. Brett Coker led the way for the weekend with 6 hits, 2 for home runs, and Jaden Ham threw 5 innings against VCU without giving up a run. The Blue Raiders will be back in action at home tomorrow to face off against the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks at 3 o'clock, so go check them out. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Ryan. It's the 3rd Monday of February, and that means that it's President's Day here in the United States. The holiday was originally established in 1885 in recognition of the nation's first president, George Washington.
It was moved in 1971 in the Uniform Holiday Monday Act to give workers more than 3-day weekends. These days, it is seen as a way to celebrate all presidents from the past and present. Well, as Ryan stated, I'm very excited to see that baseball actions here. It's going to be interesting to see how the Raiders do this year, but as of right now, thank you for joining us for Middle Tennessee News. I'm Dylan Simmons, joined by Sarah Ottman, Ryan Martinelich, and Carly Sutton. If you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net.
And make sure to follow us on all of our social media sites as well, on Facebook /Middle Tennessee News or at Middle TN News on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We'll see you on Wednesday, February 23rd for our next show.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji